Okay, quick question for you. What's the most expensive building in the entire world? Now, the answer might seem totally obvious, but what if I told you the common guess is wrong by about, $128 billion? Yeah, in this explainer, we are going to uncover the real story. So let's jump right in. Just take a second and really think about it. When you hear that question, what building immediately pops into your head? You got something? Is it some shiny, super tall tower? All right, go ahead and lock in your answer. First up, let's talk about the answer that most people give, the one that probably just came to your mind, right? But as you're about to see, sometimes the most obvious choice, well, it isn't always the right one. If you picture that iconic, needle-like skyscraper piercing the clouds in Dubai, you are definitely not alone. The Burj Khalifa is this global symbol of modern ambition and just insane architectural achievement. It's the go-to answer for millions, and you know what? It's a really, really good guess. I mean, come on, it's an unbelievable feat of engineering, and it came with a massive price tag to match, roughly $1.5 billion. That is a huge amount of money, and it's going to be our benchmark for this whole comparison, so keep that number in your head, 1.5 billion. But what if I told you that $1.5 billion doesn't even begin to scratch the surface? It's time to pull back the curtain and reveal the real truth. And I gotta tell you, it's probably gonna surprise you. The world's most expensive building is the Masjid al-Haram, the Great Mosque of Mecca. Yep, not a brand new skyscraper, but a sacred site that's steeped in centuries of history and holds just immense spiritual significance. I'm gonna bet that wasn't the first building that you thought of. So, okay, we know it's more expensive, but how much more are we actually talking about here? Let me just be super clear. This isn't a tight race. It's not even close. Let's dig into the numbers. Just look at that number for a second. Let it sink in. $130 billion. That's the estimated cost of the Masjid al-Haram, and that includes decades and decades of constant expansion. It's a number so big it's almost hard to wrap your head around. And this chart right here really puts it all into perspective. You see that tiny little sliver on the left? That's our $1.5 billion Burj Khalifa. And that colossal bar right next to it? That's the Masjid al-Haram. It's not just a little more expensive. It is in a completely different universe. We're talking almost 87 times the cost. It's mind-boggling. So that leads us to the big question. Why? How does a building get to be that expensive? Well, the secret lies in its absolutely astonishing architecture and the incredible materials they use. For starters, the materials are just extraordinary. We're not talking about your average tile here. The huge courtyards and floors are paved with a special, super high-quality marble that has this amazing ability to stay cool to the touch, even under the blistering desert sun. Just try to imagine paving an area that can hold millions of worshipers with a material that is actively fighting the heat to keep them comfortable. That's luxury and function on a scale that is just unreal. And it doesn't stop with that amazing marble. The structure is also decorated with over 400 kilograms of solid gold. That gold is used for really significant features, like the doors of the sacred Kaaba. I mean, these are just building materials. They're precious metals that add enormously to the building's cost and, of course, its significance. So, what's the big takeaway from all of this? I think it's that the most valuable building on our planet isn't some monument to corporate wealth or a flashy modern skyscraper. It's a place of deep, profound, historical, and spiritual meaning for millions and millions of people. Its incredible price tag is directly tied to its cultural and religious importance. And that really leaves us with one final big question to chew on. Can we ever really measure a building's true value in just dollars and cents? Looking at the huge difference between a commercial tower and a sacred site, it really makes you think about what the word value actually means. Thanks so much for digging into this with me.